So yesterday I was on YouTube watching some videos about vending machines, and I ran across this video of someone that was talking about giving tips about having a vending business and starting a vending business, and giving their opinion on what they thought was the way to start the vending business. And I just couldn't believe, everybody has their opinion, but it's just that's not what the information they were given. It just wasn't right. And so I just felt like I just needed to kind of at least put the truth out there and hope some people find the truth. And not that the person was trying to intentionally deceive anybody, but this person, I want to say that this person has a vending machine hustle, not a vending machine business. And I say that because one of the things they said in the video was, start with one machine. And anybody who talks to me about starting a vending business, anybody who says they just want to get one, I strongly discourage them from getting one machine. So you can get one, it's not the best idea, but you can get one and you're just going to get frustrated and you're going to quit the business. They said, what else did they say? Oh, get one, start with the bulk candy. So, okay, I agree with that to a certain extent. So the bulk candy is when you go to the grocery store or the laundromat and they have the little machine that you put a quarter in and you get like a handful of candy or gumballs or whatever. That's bulk candy. So while those are profitable, you can't start with one. Because one, the bulk, think about it this way. The bulk candy, I'll have to get what the average numbers are. I know I have it in a book somewhere. But basically, somebody's paying you 25 cent, maybe up to 50 cent, I don't know, 75 cent for a handful of candy, nuts, or whatever, or a toy. So the bag of candy, say the bag of candy is $20, right? So the rate of return on that bag of candy is really good, but how many bags of candy do you have to sell to make even $100, right? So you can't, once again, have one. You can have one if you have a hustle, but you can't have one if you have a business. Same with any other type of vending machine. Vending is a bulk game. You can't set your prices based off of your effort per se in vending. So I say that to say, when you sell anything online or anything in your store, you can price those items with regard to how much your overhead costs are, your employee costs, insurance, and things like that. Vending machines, you can't do that. Somebody is only going to pay so much for a Snicker, right? So much for a bag of chips, so much for a can of pop. So while it would be nice to be able to factor in all the cost of running your business, that's not how it works in vending. It's a bulk game. So you have to have lots of machines so that you can maximize the amount of money you make. And I'm not saying that you can't make money with one machine. It's very hard to do. It's just not the best idea. And I mean, it's just, we can discuss that later, but it's just very hard to do. And one of the other things the person said was, don't worry about filing for a business license and getting a business EIN. You don't need to do that, blah, blah, blah. This is correct to a certain extent. If it is your hobby, you do not need a business license or anything like that. If it is your hobby. However, at a certain point, when you're making a certain amount of money, you do have to legally have a business to run the business, because the government wants your money. Fair or unfair, they want your money. The other end of that is, if you want a business, you absolutely need an EIN and a business license and all of that, because it's going to afford you the opportunity to have wholesale accounts. It's going to give you the opportunity to not only sell, put your vending machine in that location, but upsell them. So some of my locations, I sell them coffee and creamer and things like that, where if I wasn't a legit business, I can't do that, because especially a lot of the corporate places, they want you have a W-9, so that you need an EIN, or at least you need to be doing it through your social security number, which that's going to make you pay more taxes. But they require some information, some legal business information. So you cannot be a business if you don't have a business license and all the things that comes with being a business. Another one of the things they said was, don't worry about having insurance. So once again, correct to a certain extent. So if you have one vending machine and it is your hustle, not your business, by all means. Actually, most places that you put your vending machine in aren't going to ask you for any certificate of insurance. Some will. Those locations are going to be more of your corporate locations in the taller buildings, more in your business district. They're going to ask you for a certificate of insurance, and you would need to be able to provide that. So if you call yourself a business and you have 30 machines and no insurance, at some point you're going to have to get insurance, because some locations are going to require that. So you have to change your mentality. You can't just run a business in a casual way, because number one, you're going to get in a lot of trouble with the government, with the city, with whatever, because they want your money. We all know this. They want your money, and if you are not properly paying taxes on money, they will come after you. I just think it's just important to watch what people are saying, take it with a grain of salt, but you need to do your own research. Even what I'm telling you, you need to do your own research. I've been doing this for almost 3 years, and I still don't know everything there is to know, but I know a lot. But you need to do your own research, especially because in some states, they require a little sticker on your vending machine. So whether you have one vending machine or 100, you have to get a little sticker to put on the vending machine. And so how are you going to do that if you don't have a EIN or a business license or anything? You can't get those things that's legally required of you to have that machine in location. So just say you're in one of those states where you need to have the little permit on each machine, you can get fined. So whatever money you've made on that vending machine is in the trash now, because you didn't properly do what you needed to do and do your research and find out what you needed to do. And so now you've lost money, and you probably got to move that machine out if you can't get a business license in time or whatever. I don't know what the stipulations are, but you just don't want to find yourself in situations like that. So it's just important to do research and talk to people who are operating as a business and not as a hustle. And that's the takeaway. Everybody has some information that they can offer you, but not everybody's information is relevant to you or even good for you. So you need to do your own research is my point. So if you guys have any questions, I'd be more than happy. Just leave some comments below. I also have a way, if you wanted to work with me directly, that I'll leave some links on the video description, so that you can schedule time to talk with me one-on-one if you like. Even if you just want to find out if the business is for you.